I thought about it for like a day before I actually went out and got it. So does that count as an impulse decision? Hello there, welcome to AMBR Builds, where assembly may be required. Join me as I document my journey back into LEGO collecting. And here is the current state of my LEGO backlog. These are all sets that I acquired this year, and I picked them up for various reasons. Either I got a good deal on it, there was some sort of a promo, or it was just something in the moment that I could not pass up. At some point this year, I got to thinking that having a backlog would be a pretty cool idea. Just having a bunch of new sets ready for me for a rainy day so I'd have something to build. I just thought that would be pretty sweet to just one day all of a sudden decide I want to build a Lego set and not even have to leave my house. Now, I do have all of my old sets from years prior, but there was just so many cool things coming out anymore that I wanted to make sure I stayed in the loop a little bit, instead of just rebuilding my same collection over and over again. Going in no particular order, this is set 75300, the Imperial TIE Fighter, and this was a set that I wanted for a while, mostly because I have an X-Wing from years ago, and also I picked up the 2019 Millennium Falcon earlier this year, and that one I have built already, and I just felt like a TIE Fighter was missing from the collection. I'm really into the vehicles from the original trilogy, and this just seemed like a missing puzzle piece that would fit in perfectly. I feel like it would display very nicely with my TIE Fighter or with the Millennium Falcon, and I kept putting it off getting it because I figured there was other things to get first, and eventually maybe I could find this on a good Target or Walmart sale. But I was at Barnes & Noble one day, and I walked through the Lego aisle, and I noticed the 10% off sticker and the tape on the box first, and then when I got a little bit closer, I saw "As is final sale, damaged box." And I talked to the cashier about it, and they were able to assure me that the box is sealed, it hasn't been open. It was just when they got it in shipment, it had, I guess, some dents on it that, in all honesty, I can't really see. And I am not a box collector, at least not like, that's not my goal. I do coincidentally keep a lot of my boxes, but I figured I don't plan on keeping the box, and if I'm getting this to build anyways, then that's the least of my concern. So I thought might as well get it while there is this one-time deal. This next one is 60225 Rover Testing Drive. It is a Lego City set, and similarly to the TIE Fighter, I got it because walking around JCPenney, and I learned they have a Lego section, which is something I never knew from like years ago, from when I was a child. So looking through their Lego section, I noticed this was on clearance, and the build looked pretty neat. I was never a city person myself, but I thought for the deal it would make something nice just to have, so one day maybe I'll get around to building it. And just like City, I was never much of a Lego car person, but I have this Lego Speed Champion set, 76908 Lamborghini Countach, and I actually got this set given to me by a friend, and this friend got the set given to them by someone else. And when that other person had it, it was missing the decals and the instructions, I believe. The box is actually open, and also, he also gave me a Lego Muppets minifigure that other person had a duplicate of as well and didn't need. So I believe inside here it's just a bag of pieces and no decals or instructions. My friend had built it himself, but generously took it apart and bagged it back up for me. So this just looks like a fun little build that one day I'll appreciate when I get around to it. And set 40521, the Mini Disney The Haunted Mansion set. I've talked about this one before in my Lego Bounty video. I'm a big Disney fan. This was hard to get right around release, and the Lego store I was at had it, so I just had to pick it up in the moment. This is something I think I will get around to building closer to October. Maybe I'll do a whole month of Lego Halloween type of videos when the time comes. And this mini Adidas Superstar shoe, 40486. I had gotten this when it was a free promo for buying the regular size Lego Adidas Superstar shoe. And it being an exclusive set that you can only get that way, it made me very hesitant to open it. Now, I am not into Lego investing, at least not as of yet, and I don't have any current plans to get into it, but I just thought something exclusive and rare like this, maybe if I wasn't in a rush to build it, it would make sense to keep it sealed in the box. If it becomes super duper rare someday, some way, somehow, maybe I would look at getting rid of it or letting it go, but for now, it is just another part of the backlog. And this is the Lars Family Homestead Kitchen 40531. This was the 2022 May the 4th promo. It is the kitchen from episode 4 at Luke's Homestead, and it comes with AMBR. It is a nice little kind of vignette, little display piece. I understand why they didn't do the black borders like they're doing with the 18 plus, even though technically they are calling this an 18 plus, which I thought was kind of odd. I think it might just be the fact that they kept that style packaging, but this is something similar to the Adidas shoe. I'm not in a rush to build it. One day I'm gonna really enjoy it, or if the value can end up paying for like some crazy big set instead, maybe I would get rid of it. But I don't have plans like that right now. And also, it's not really a set, but I haven't really used it, so I keep it in the backlog. With that May 4th promo, I got that set. I got this little Beskar keychain, which is pretty neat. It really doesn't have much to do with Lego, other than the fact that on the backside it says Lego Star Wars. But thought I would just keep it with the backlog for now. Now the AAT 75283 and the Imperial Probe Droid set 75306, these two, Target was having a 20% off sale, and I had gone there for another reason, or so I tell myself, and I got the other things I needed, and I breezed down the Lego aisle, and I'd like to say these were impulse decisions, but it's one of those where I thought about it for like a day before I actually went out and got it. So does that count as an impulse decision? Now, it wasn't these two specifically. I was just kind of psyched to see a 20% off sale on a bunch of current sets. So I didn't specifically plan to get these two, but they were there and they were calling to me. And next thing I know, I'm home in my little Lego lair and they're here with me. Now, the last three sets in my backlog are polybags. This is Kylo Ren's command shuttle, and this is the oldest thing in my backlog. I actually got this, I don't know how many years ago. Whenever the Force Awakens Lego game came out for PS4, this was a free promo I got from GameStop at the time for picking it up, and I just kind of kept it sealed. And little did I know, this was the beginning of my backlog. Now this one, this is the pirate parts that you got for being a VIP and shopping at the Lego store, and it is what it is. I don't know if it really counts as a set. It doesn't have any instructions, but it has a piece count. But at the same time, when you think about it, if this is just a bag of pieces and there's no list of what should be in here, then is it really a set? And can there actually be extra pieces if literally it's just pieces to begin with? And then this is the ATST, which was also a part of this year's May the 4th promo that I got when I got the Homestead and the Beskar keychain. And here's a quick little update on the instruction book debacle with the Disney Castle. Lego did send me another booklet. So just to show the difference, remember this one, it went from page 154 all the way over here. We are on page 187, and we skipped from step 231 all the way to 299. And this booklet is in pristine condition. It came in a very small cardboard box. It was padded pretty nicely to protect the book inside. And this one, as you can see, is as intended. And then also just to show 154, we go to 155. 231, we go to 232. So, thank you, Lego. for righting that mistake. So, I've shown you my backlog. I showed you how LEGO sent me a new instruction booklet for the Disney Castle. And now I'm going to talk about how the two are related. So what made me want to show off this backlog was partly the fact that I don't intend to keep them sealed in the box forever. I do intend to build all these sets at some point in time. And I got to thinking about how with the castle, how there was something messed up inside, and I was able to figure that out pretty quickly. Would have any one of these sets I waited until it was out of production before I started building it, and I needed to get a new instruction booklet, or let's say I don't get the right clone helmet, or it's terribly misprinted, or really any number of things. Maybe the plaque's messed up. If I wait too long to contact LEGO for them to send me a replacement, there's a chance that maybe they won't have any replacement to send, and then I'll just have a forever messed up set. Or the other option is to always buy the missing piece or the right instruction booklet myself, but I'd like to avoid that if possible. So I'm curious, what do you all think about having a backlog? It's a nice idea, right? Just to have something on hand for when you're feeling like building something new. But do you think it should really be a worry to want to build sets hoping that nothing's missing inside? I think this happens the 1% of the time you build a LEGO set that something might be messed up inside, and I don't want to let that worry me. So hopefully one day I will either have more to add to the backlog, or more importantly, my backlog will shrink and I'll have all this stuff built and on display. Well, that's all I got for today. Thanks for taking the time to check out my collection here. And until next time, thanks for watching.